everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 10 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 10 math and then click on view all lessons. There you can find the list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter surface area and volume. And the lessons we're going to cover today are volume of pyramids and cones, surface area of volume of spheres, introduction to similar solids, surface area and volume of similar solids. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Right here I am on grade 10 math. Chapter is surface area and volume. Let's just start with the lesson, that is volumes of pyramids and cones. Let's just start with the lesson. What is the volume of the cone? You have to find the volume of the cone. So how do we find the volume of the cone? The volume of the cone. Whenever you have to find the volume of the cone, you have to use this formula, that is V equals volume equals 1 by 3 pi r square h, right? So you are given the height, that is 8, the radius, that is 2. Simply use the formula 1 by 3 pi r square h, put up the values, and you can have the volume, that is 33.4. Okay, the next one is, what is the volume of this rectangular pyramid? You have to calculate the volume of the rectangular pyramid. So you have to find the area of the base first, right? Because base is a rectangle, so the area of the base is 9 times 9, that is 81. Then you have to calculate the volume, that is V equals 1 by 3 area of base times height. You have to calculate the area of base. You have to use the formula now, that is 1 by 3 area of base times height. So you have to do and 81 times 9. Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, so what is the volume of the cone? You are given the cone, the height of the cone, the radius of the cone. You have to find the volume. So whenever we have to calculate the volume of the cone, we have to use the formula, that is 1 by 3 pi r square h, right? So simply put up the values, that is 1 over 3, pi is 3.14, r is, the radius is 4, so 4 square, and the diameter is 4, right? The radius is 2, and h is 4. So you have to multiply and solve. Let me just solve and multiply. The correct option is option number 1, that is 16.75 is the correct option. Simply multiply all the values and then divide, that is 16.75 is the correct option is option number 1, that is 16.75 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is, what is the volume of the rectangular pyramid? So for the volume of the rectangular pyramid, we have to use the formula, that is V equals 1 by 3 times the area of base times height, right? So you are 1 by 3 area of base is the rectangular shape has 10 times 10, that is 100. So area of base is 100 and height is 6, so that is 600 divided by 3 equals 200. So the correct option is 200. Option number 2 is the correct option. The correct option is option number 2, that is 200. Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, what is the volume of the rectangular pyramid? So first you have to calculate the area of the base, then use the formula, that is 1 by 3. The area of base is that is a rectangular shape. So first we have to calculate the area of base, right? That would be 7 times 6, 42 it is, right? Here is the base. Now you have to calculate the formula, that is 1 by 3 times area of base times height. 1 by 3 times area of base times height. So that is 1 over 3 times 72 and the height is 9. So let's just multiply and calculate the value, right? 7 times 6 is 42, not 72, right? So 3 times 2 is 6 and 3 times 4, that is 126 is the correct option. That means the volume of the rectangular prism is 126. That is 126. Option number 2 is the correct option. Got it? Okay, what is the volume of the triangular pyramid? So which is the correct option? So which is the correct option? Area of base, right? That is a triangle. So the area of base is half times base times height. That is 9 times 7. 9 times 7 is 63. 63 divided by 2 is, hold on, that is 31.5. The correct option is 31.5. So use the formula, that is 1 by 3 times 31.5 times 5. So the correct option is, let me just do calculations, right? That is 3.15 times 5, 31.5 times 5 divided by 3, 157. That is 52.5. Option number 1 is the correct option. The correct option is option number 1, that is 52.5. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. Okay, the next lesson is surface area and volume of spheres. Let's just start with the next lesson, that is surface area and volume of spheres. So let's just start with the first lesson. First example, that is, what is the surface area of this sphere? You have to calculate the surface area, right? So whenever you have to calculate the surface area, you have to use a formula, that is 4 pi r square. So the surface area of 4 pi r square. Simply put up the values and do the calculations. So that is 12.56. That is 4 pi r square. Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, what is the volume of the sphere? You are given the sphere, you have to calculate the volume. So volume of the sphere is V equals 4 pi. What is the formula? 4 pi r square it is, right? So that is 4 pi r square. So now just put the radius. The radius is 8 inches. So that is 4, 3.14 times 8 square. So simply do the calculations, right? So the calculations, the correct option is 64 times 4 times 3.14. The correct option is it 4? The correct option is 2143.57. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is what is the volume of the sphere? So you have to use the formula that is. So we have to use the formula that is 4 pi r square, right? So just put up the values and do the calculations. So which is the correct option? So the correct option is 3.4.19. You have to use the formula, put up the values and do the calculations. That is V equals 4 pi r square. So the correct option is 4.19, right? Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, what is the surface area of this sphere? So you have to use the formula that is V equals 4 pi r square h. just have to do the calculations, right? Use the formula that is V equal 4 pi r square, right? So the correct option is that is 252.16. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson, and the next lesson is that is introduction to similar solids. Let's just start with the lesson. Okay, the figures below are similar. What is V? So first we are going to learn. So how do we calculate the area of the similar figures? The How do we calculate the volume of the similar figures? So these two uh, cylinders are similar, right? Look at the similar figures and find two pair of corresponding lengths. So you have to find the pair of corresponding lengths. So this one, sorry, this one and this one, they are corresponding, right? So that would be 6 divided by 3, and this volume are they have the same ratio. So 6 by 10 equals 3 by V. Solve this for V and you can have V equals 5. The correct option is V equals. Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Okay, the figures below are similar ratio between the corresponding sides. So these are the corresponding sides, that is 8 over 4, and make another ratio of the corresponding sides, that is P divided by 2. You have to solve this equation for P. So P equals 8 times 2. This 2 is multiplied with 8 divided by 4. 8 times 2 is 16 and 16 divided by 4 is 4. So the correct option is option number 1, that is 4. So the correct option is 4. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is the figures below are similar. What is K? Now you are given the squares, you have to find the value of K. So how do we find? Just form a ratio between the corresponding sides. So that would be 10 over 7, and that equals 10 divided by K. So solve this for K, that is K equals 10 times 7 divided by 10. 10 and 10 cancel out and you are left with K equals 7. The correct option is option number 2, that is K equals 7. Okay, let's just move on to the next one. The correct option is K equals 7. Okay, the figures below are similar. Solve for Y. So which is the correct option? So the correct option is, you can solve and write the correct option in the chat box. Yes, the correct option is 7. Option number 1 is the correct option. Oh, sorry, 4 it is, not 7. The correct option is 4. Okay, the next one is, the figures below are similar. What is A? So, which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? The correct option is 10. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is, the figures below are similar. What is J? So, which is the correct option? The correct option is, yes, the correct option is 4. Option number 1 is the correct option. The correct option is 4. The figures below are similar. What is V? So, which is the correct option? The correct option is, yes, 2 is the correct option. Option number 2 is the correct option. Option number 2 and 2, the answer is 2, right? Option number 2 is the correct option. The figures below are similar. What is A? So, which is the correct option? The correct option is 5. Option number 1 is the correct option. The correct option is 5. The figures below are similar. What is Z? Which is the option? The correct option is 8. Option number 2 is the correct option, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So, we were working on grade 10 math. The chapter we were working on is surface area and volume. The lessons we have covered today are they are volume of pyramids and cones, surface area and volume of spheres, and introduction to similar solids, right? So please make sure please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. That is your homework until next session, right? So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can simply click on the live chat option, live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you. Or either you can join me in the interactive session that would be daily from 4 to 5. Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.